What is up, my Squirtleites? It is I, your king, welcoming you back to more Let's Play Eco. In the last episode, man, did we cover a lot of ground. Had some fights. The sword made it very easy. It was not really all that complicated, I promise you that. In this episode, okay, here's how this is going to work. We are going to take this crate right off the bat, and we are going to pull it all the way over here, and we are going to push it into the canal. You're going to want to do this first thing, otherwise you're going to end up having to push the crate all the way yourself, and it is a lot easier to just kind of let the crate float down the river on its own, trust me. So push it into the canal, and it is going to go over the edge off the waterfall. Again, you have to push it yourself if you don't do that, because eventually we're going to be lowering the water level here. So once that drops off the side, and I love how Yorda just kind of watches it go. Now we get into the part that I hate, and I was talking about this in the last episode. This part is annoying, to say the least. We are supposed to make a jump from the water wheel here, which is not easy to do, onto to that ledge right there. And I cannot tell you how many times I have done this. It always takes me a good 10 to 15 tries to get this to actually work properly because the timing is so tight. First of all, if that wheel is not perfectly upright, like the platform you're jumping onto is not perfectly upright, Eco will not grab on. But at the same time, not only will he not grab on, he takes forever to get up here. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe I got that so quickly. That is the fastest I've ever done that. Wow. It is so freaking hard getting that to eventually happen and work. And all the time, Eco will just fall because the wheel has tilted too much by the time he's pulled himself up, and you just drop into the water again. And it's very frustrating. I do not like that water wheel at all, but somehow it actually went very smoothly, and I hope that I do not have to record that again for whatever reason. Because, my goodness, that it never gets easier for me. Now, the good news is the water wheel has stopped, so now it's a lot easier to climb over, but that's not even a thing we need to do anymore. Now, just going to head over here, and I don't think there's anything on this side. We just need to bring Yorda down here, if she could. So come down into the canal with me. I don't think there's anything else that we've left over that way. Come on down. Can you make it all on your own? I do believe you can, yes. Okay, so we're going to head through over to where we left the crate, and it's going to make us go off the ledge, which if you remember where the waterfall was, that seems like that's a long way down, right? It's not, don't worry. So, come on out. We're fine. Everything is okay. That crate dropped all the way off. You would also have to push the crate, I believe, again if you didn't do so before the water level went down. Come on. There we go. Okay, so now let's go across this rickety bridge here. And now we can see the crate all the way down there. We also have a couch here, and I am actually going to take this opportunity to save just because I haven't done so since actually 2 episodes ago, yeah. So I would like to be able to do that now. So hang tight while I do that real quick, and we'll be right back. All right, let's continue. So now that all the water is gone, all of this is kind of just open and accessible to us, so we can take these stairs down. Oh, I did not mean to do that. I flung you into a pillar. That's my bad. All right, so we have a chain if we ever need to get back up for whatever reason, but we're just going to ignore that because obviously Yorda can't come with us. Now, if you could come all the way over here, that'd be great. Okay. It's time to fight some more of these guys, which is not too bad. Again, we have the sword here, but they are going to come from multiple directions, so just be wary of that. Make a grab for her. Come on. I dare you. Honestly, if they could just come down, that would be awesome. There goes you. Get out of here. Come on, stand up, and he's dead. Okay, so that should be all of them. We might have a couple more appear here in a second, if that's true, whatever. But the crate is just so we can get up here and bring Yorda to us. There you go. Look at that. Super painless. Having this sword is so nice. It really is just a difference maker. All of the encounters become incredibly easy, which I kind of love. Like, I know a lot of other games would want to make things harder as you go. This game, no. It's just like, no, we're going to actually make this a heck of a lot easier, which, you know, I respect that. I really, really do. And out here, we're heading into a whole new area. Very rugged area, as a matter of fact. We got a bunch of water here. I guess we can just kind of follow the river itself. We seem to mostly be safe here. But now, we're going to do some climbing. Come on up. This whole thing is very precarious. I want to know who built all this. It's all very ramshackle. It reminds me in a lot of ways of, like, I don't know, like a mine of some sort. Like who was, or a quarry, I suppose, in the side where like people digging out of all of this, working here. These a bunch of like, is this scaffolding to an extent? Okay, I'm actually going to push you back a little bit just so I have a little bit of a running start to make that so I can then help you across. Haven't done this in a while. Come on. There you go. Gosh, that is like stomach dropping every single time. You may notice there's a lot of platforms down there. Just pay attention to that, but for right now we can continue. We are heading into an area that is known as the gondola. And it'll all make sense why in due time. So, let's go this way. We're just going to kind of follow this path. And then there is an elevator ahead. Oh, thank goodness. Up we go, probably to a more safe area, I would assume. Oh, interesting. No, we're not going up. We're going down. What in the world? Well, it looks like that's a track of some sort. Are there mine carts here? What's going on? Yeah, there's definitely a lot about this that makes me think this is some sort of quarry. But how this is all going to relate is what's interesting. So we got this little thing here, but that doesn't really seem to do anything for now. We got a couch. Again, if we wanted to save there, that would be fine. I'm going to take you over here as I continue to swing you around. I'm so sorry. I feel so bad about just like yanking her around like this all the time because it does feel like I'm absolutely doing irreparable damage to her arms by doing that. Okay, so we can climb up this pipe. She cannot. So we're just going to leave her behind for the moment. What we're going to do is we're going to head on over this way. And this, you'll see, is where we have ourselves a cart. Now, this cart can actually be pushed around a little bit, like so. But it doesn't really stay exactly where you want to. Now, it does have a ladder on it, so keep that in mind. So lining it up can be a little bit tricksy. Now, if we go all the way to the end here, just kind of climb up this, you will notice that there is a gap we are supposed to make. We're meant to jump here. So let's do that and pull the switch. Hey, there we go. That's some progress. Perfect. And now we can, I would assume, proceed. Let's make it down to her before anything decides to show up, which, again, I think this is a pretty safe area. I don't think we're too worried about that. I like how that she was just following us underneath the thing the whole time. Oh, no, it is definitely not safe. Okay, so I'm actually going to bring her in here because this feels like this is a pretty claustrophobic space. It's going to make it very easy for me to take these guys out. Yeah, jump in the corner, dude. The good thing about the big guys is they can dodge you all day, but they can't sink down like the little ones can. So they can't, like, fully dodge your attacks. You know what I mean? Okay, there we go. Yeah, all they can do is kind of, like, back and sidestep. They can Dark Souls dodge you, essentially. But that's pretty much it. Or I guess I'd say that's more apt to Bloodborne, honestly, given the mobility of that game. All right, can I go across this way now? Oh, here we go. Here we go. We got flying enemies. All right, it's fine. That's fine. I'm going to actually take her up here really quickly. Yeah, that's right. Get over here. Oh, we got a couple. Oh, I almost got a third hit in there, but for some reason, Eco's combo stopped. There we go. Oh, come on. Keep doing the combo. Thank you. Sometimes it just doesn't. He's supposed to do... Oh, gosh. I'm so sorry, Yorda. I did not mean to do that. I mean, these guys just keep appearing. Okay, we're fine. Oh, that's a really big guy there. Okay, this is where things can get a little bit scary about them knocking you over. Not because of, trying to get back up in time, but mainly because they can knock you off the cliff, and that's just it. And that's something that there is no coming back from. You're just dead. So be very wary of that as you go. But luckily, we are now in the clear. So let's continue over this way. Probably not going to get to a couch for a long while either, I would assume. But if we are able to, that would be great. And I think that's kind of where we're at now. I'm probably not going to be able to end this episode until I get to one. So let's follow this. All the way over. Ooh, that great lighting effect, honestly. I love that. I love just warm atmospheric glows. It's so nice. Okay, so we've hit this point now where it seems kind of like everything is just sort of a dead end here. This whole area is just one kind of giant bridge. Whole bunch of nothing. big giant pillar that's kind of been carved out of everything. You can proceed up this way. It's just a little bit confusing, I know, because it doesn't really look exactly right. Like that looks like a wall from a certain perspective, but it is just a slope. And that part always confused me playing through this game, because I was always like, where the heck do I go? Just keep going. Just keep going. Sometimes the game does not convey its angles incredibly well, especially because it's an old game. And yeah, a lot of old games had that problem. PS2 era. Well, and you could even say as far as N64 and PS1, obviously. They had that even less nailed down. Okay, let's get her here. And what we're going to do is we're going to start turning this thing. She's going to stand in the corner, which is very nice of her, even though we're doing all of the work here. And this is our little gondola. I know, it's very slow going. I wish she could help us here, but unfortunately, this is kind of all on us. Here we go. Come on. Oh, it's going to be a long way up, isn't it? It's all right. It's all right. Let's spin this right round, baby, right round. And eventually we'll be able to disembark, right? Oh my goodness, look at the slow zoom as we go too. Oh, Eco, I feel so bad for the kid. Like, oh, it's got to be such hard work. I really do. He's such a sweetheart, though. Doing his absolute best to get them both out of here safely. It's not just about... I mean, it is a little bit about self-preservation. Obviously, he needs her. But at the same time, he's trying so hard. Like, he's not like, get over here and help me. He's just like, nope, he just does it. He just works. He's just like, it's okay. I can do this. I got this. And everything's fine. Like, look, I can call... Can I have you come help me? No? Okay, you're just going to stay there. Perfect. And eventually, we make it to another loading zone. And this tells us we've made significant progress. There we are, finally. Longest turnstile ever. Beautiful. All right, come with me. And look at that. Would you look at that? There's actually a couch here. I wasn't expecting that. Okay. Well, I'm going to actually have a save because we have made quite a bit of progress since the last couch save, believe it or not. So hang tight. And I think this episode is just about done, but we are going to go ahead just a teeny tiny bit here just to kind of show what's going on as we go. So real quick, Yorda, if you could please, thank you. Oh my gosh, every time, man, that gets me every time. And it's such a good effect too. Like, props on them for making that feel so freaky. Ah, here we go. This is where things start to get interesting. Okay, so we have some ropes here. Can we cut these? I didn't mean to scare you. Sorry, Yorda. Doesn't look like we can cut these. So I would assume we're going to want to head down without her. So let's do that really quickly. Can we cut that? Probably not, but can we grab it as we ease forward with each one? Yes, we can do that. So let's just sort of shimmy across here. We can leave her be for the time being. I think it's probably fine to do that. If I can reunite with her, I'll feel a whole lot better about this state of affairs, but for right now, this is all we really can do. And this is where things are really starting to look very Last Guardian-esque, if I'm being honest. Like, this castle, man, it's so imposing and impressive. What a great setting for a game just in general. You don't really get games that do things like this, like setting-wise, obviously. Talking about anything else. Okay, so we want to lower this bridge. But the question is how are we going to do that? If you head on over here, you may notice that there is a sconce going. There is also what seems to be the way out over that way, but we still need to get Yorda over to us. So this is where the ladder is going to come into play. Oh my gosh. No, can we grab onto there we go. That's what I wanted to do. Don't dangle from it. Don't dangle from it. Just go like right there. Perfect. Okay. Now, we're going to climb up the side here. And all of this doesn't really seem connected. It's just like, but it's somehow it's all just kind of woven together very beautifully. So you get a nice bit of glare there. All right, and now we need to jump the gap again. Oh my goodness. Okay. And that, oh, sorry. Actually, we don't want to jump the gap. What am I doing? That's exactly where we don't want to go. Instead, I could have sworn, do we have to go, is it this way? I actually can't remember. This is the part I'm always confused at. I know we're supposed to make our way over in that direction, but I'm actually now suddenly at a loss as to how to get there. Let's see. I go over here. Because I don't want to use the chain, because that's just going to take me back down to the bridge there. Am I allowed to just climb up on this? No, I'm not. I am completely at a loss here for this part. Okay, I actually was correct in my assessment about where to go. I just forgot about this little mechanic right here. So yes, we do need to go down this chain. Now you're probably going, why? That again just takes us down. Well, if you go onto the chain and you start swinging, you get enough momentum. Watch this. Just a little bump. And there you go. Now we have a way to get across. All right, guys, that is going to be it for this episode of Let's Play Eco. Thank you all so very much for watching. Sorry to end it there. I know it's a little bit of a weird spot to leave it, but I am actually going to probably do another save right here really quickly just so that I can pick this up a little bit later. Again, thank you all so much for watching, guys. We are actually getting really close to the end here. Probably a good, I would say, 3 sections away from being done with the game. Now, don't be deceived because the sections that are coming up are way bigger than all of the previous sections that we've gone through, so it's still a ways to go. But yeah, we're actually getting through this game at a very quick pace, I would say. So yeah, next episode, we will continue making our way across this giant structure. We're going to have some interesting new mechanics here that you've probably never seen before, and hopefully we can start to make our way over to that last giant satellite dish thing that's going to allow us to finally open up the gate. So with all that said, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.